we'll move to item 7, open review and if necessary, take action on proposal received for architectural services for the purpose of the construction of a wellness center.
Okay, when we sent out our RFP, we had 4 responses to that, and we met with the 4 different architectural firms. Tammy, myself, and Ron met with them. It was an interesting process to say the least. And I think probably the number one question that we had that we wanted to visit with all the architects about was about location. And there's ramifications related to location. We showed them our preferred location over here where the old senior care is, with the alternate being way down the other end of the nursing home parking area. They've all assured us that it will fit onto the space over there. It's really not a designated street. Very likely we'd have to close that in for some parking and all. But we have investigated that to make sure that it's not a designated street. So anyway, we met with them. They all had interesting approaches. Some of them have done wellness type centers. Some of them have done some physician or clinical office. I think it'd be fair to say that in our estimation, after the interviews, that any of the 4 could meet our needs. That there wasn't anyone that we just felt like that couldn't meet the needs that we had to build a wellness center. We received the 3 proposals here, which we'll open here in just a minute. We received a 4th proposal from Magellan, which is a firm in Redmond, Washington, and they made contact through one of our employees. We received an email from them with their proposal at 3:47 on Friday, the last day. We went back and looked at our RFP, and our RFP specifically says that the proposal has to be delivered either by hand or by mail. So, from our perspective, the Magellan did not meet our specs, but I wanted to make you aware of that. I will tell you that we have not opened the email, just so that it is still a sealed proposal. But our read is that it didn't meet the specific requirements of the specs. The other 3 did. They were either mailed or hand delivered, and we received them. We received the last one at 4:15 on Friday, but it got here before 5. So there you go. Yeah, they did. Yeah. The 4 proposals. One is from Fender and Andrade, which is a Fort Worth firm. Their office is 201 South Calhoun Street in Fort Worth. The other one is from Brian Gaffin, who is from Granbury. And then the 3rd proposal is from Callahan and Freeman Architects, who their office is in Kennedale, Texas. So, with your permission, I'll open the proposals. The first, let's go this way. Fender. And I will say that we learned a fair amount in terms of what maybe to ask for next time. In terms because we had to rely on the architects a little bit to tell us exactly what it was that we were wanting at this stage. Here is have a request for proposal. My recommendation is that we refer this to a committee and have the committee, review it more specifically. But I'm looking to see if there's any numbers at all in it. Okay, there. Okay.
You want me to review it before we decide on the final contract?
I would suggest that it go to a committee, y'all review it, and come back with a recommendation to the board. But it looks like it does meet the requirement for an RFP.
And I'm sure the board's aware that the numbers are not primary concern, when you're engaging professional services, you want qualifications more than it has to do with price.
Have we appointed a committee for that, for this?
We don't have a committee, do we?
No.
You want to have somebody want to volunteer? We have no more than three.
Okay.
Dwayne and Margaret. Anybody else? Pat? Dwayne, Margaret, Pat? Okay. They'll volunteer to do the committee.
From Brian Gaffney.
Don't we need to include Tammy too, and some other hospital?
We'd be happy to serve at your pleasure, but, there needs to be, it needs to be led by the, by the board. But certainly Tammy and I are available and, to meet your pleasure.
What about representation from the Roger and Marks group, since they're involved? Good idea.
Okay. I guess y'all will decide who that is.
We'll meet.
We have a meeting Monday
So we
morning.
Okay.
We would appreciate being involved.
Sure.
Can we ask Mina to set up a meeting for everybody? To meet?
We'd like
We don't have a leader.
We'd like to do it as soon as possible next week if everyone's available.
Yeah, I think the three of you need to find out, get together and find out when you're all available at the same time.
Just let me know when that. If you'll set a date, I'll come.
Ray, can you tell us anything about the companies making the proposal? How long have they been in business?
Well, let me think about this a little bit. Because we met with each one of them. I think that'll be in their history.
That should be in the
But,
Yeah.
but the Callaway Company, they've done a significant amount of business here in Glenrose. We were impressed with them. They've also done some, all of them have done wellness type facilities, either straight fitness centers, some of them, they've done smaller businesses. I told them what might happen is after the committee looked at the proposals, they might prefer to meet with one or two of the firm's representatives themselves, and we're absolutely okay with that. They're all, the three that were accepted proposals from, three of the Fort Worth are Granbury, and I would suggest that. But it was interesting. They were, certainly they were all knowledgeable of what they've been doing and done. That was our first question. Have you done smaller jobs? Have you done healthcare type jobs? And the answer was yes. Well, right.
Are there some brownies in here?
Yeah.
Thanksgiving turkey.
We did not.
Like a donut box thing.
Definitely met the criteria for seal.
That's right. Sure.
He was worried about the weather last week. He was trying to.
That's right, he's the one that called you. He got here early Friday. It's fine.
All right. Good one for everybody. Again, it seems to met the general requirements of what we had asked for, so I guess from my perspective, I would say let's,
I make a motion that we accept the three proposals and take them under advisement, create a committee consisting of Dwayne Griffin, Pat Bruce, and Margaret Gray to review along with the Roger D. Marks Foundation
Okay, motion by Dwayne, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Margaret Gray. Any other discussion, questions? If not, all in favor? 7-0.